afternoon, everybody.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back.
Welcome back. It's it's
Nice,
it's
nice to see
been
you.
it's been like a few weeks again, right?
Yeah, yeah. Nice to see you, man. You're doing
This
good?
is well, I just saw you. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I
That
saw
is true.
you a few
Well,
days ago. mindFULLme just had our spring break retreat, our first or our second ever spring break retreat. And it was awesome. It was 2 days long. It was in Snyder Park in Fort Lauderdale, and it was so awesome. We did yoga, we did martial arts, we did sports, and we did everything. Really, everything with mindfulness.
uh,
Yeah,
yeah, it was really good. I think a lot of people should have been there, but hey, it is what it is. It was their second one, and for what it was, a lot of people came. Everybody had fun. I don't think there's one
yeah.
boring moment. But whoever's new to this podcast, this is Ben and Bren, Health and Wellness. It's Ben Polsky and Brendan Garcia. We talk about health, nutrition, and of course we implement it with mindfulness if you've never watched this before. So yeah, back to what Ben said again. Yeah, we just had our second retreat. It was really good. We had a lot of activities, a lot of things to do for everybody who paid to come. It was really nice. Everybody got shirts, rewards, and stuff like that. And also, Ben, I think that sound you were talking about is happening.
Okay, so let me just so on the podcast because this happened last episode too. So on the podcast, just for you guys that don't know, we have a running joke about me and my computer, me and Brendan, because my computer's fan it whirs, so it's like a cow. It sounds like a cow. My
No, it
computer.
does sound like a cow.
So yeah, so I mean, I'll talk, but when you're talking, Brendan, I'll keep mute. Yeah. So yeah, that's really it, guys. I mean, um, so we are back, episode three. Super happy to be here, and I guess let's just jump straight into it.
Yeah,
Um,
we had a couple things in mind. Since it's spring break for uh most high schools right now, and maybe some college, I don't know. But I know for most high school, there's spring break right now, and what we're really going to talk about for right now is for the start is how you can stay healthy during the break because we all don't like staying healthy during the break. Examples, Ben, what do you think? Do you stay healthy
well,
during the break?
yes. So kids, especially you're in college now, Brendan, but people like uh my age or younger, or even your age, during spring break, during winter break, during any break that is outside of our regimented, 365, going to school, waking up early and going to bed later. Uh, you know, that when we're able to have freedom and choose about those things, like in spring break, winter break, summer break, we fall behind. Our skills melt a little bit, and we fall back. So me personally, I always try to stay healthy. I never allow myself to wake up an hour after the time that I usually wake up. So I usually wake up 6:30 every day for school. So now I can wake up 7:30. And yeah, and so I think uh, also something that's good that I've learned to do is actively put myself in a position and actively force myself to wake up early. So or to just have that wellness or have that mindfulness. So, for example, in the summer, a lot of times during the summer, if I could, I would wake up late, have a late breakfast, watch the television. But last summer, I chose to get a job at a summer camp that I would have to wake up at 6:30 every day for. And I part of the reason why I chose to get this job at the summer camp was it would force me to wake up and eat a healthy, quick breakfast, and do a few push-ups before I leave, and really do all the things that satisfy what I need for mental health and wellness, and not fall behind and get into those unhealthy habits.
No, no, yeah. Definitely to keep yourself not necessarily productive, but of course keep yourself on a regimen where you're always waking up in the morning. That's definitely probably one of the best things you could do, so you're not, lacking behind. You're ahead of everybody, but that's not the big thing. The big thing is that, you're staying consistent. That's the biggest thing, especially for your health, because if you're either staying up late and you're fluctuating on um you're staying up late one day, you go to sleep, and then you wake up at like 12 o'clock, which we all don't mind, but like, some of us don't have flexible schedules, and that ends up messing up how we go about our day moving forward. Your head hurts, your eyes are more, how do I say it? They sting more. You know, there are times where my schedule was like really bad, where I would just go to sleep at 2 because I had so much homework. Yeah, had so much homework, and then I'd wake up at like 6 or 7 o'clock, go to school, and I'm like completely out of it after the first hour, even after I've had breakfast and all that. Um, it's really good to like, just do things, don't leave things for the last minute, and then when you actually go to bed and stuff like that, and you actually have like things like school, which force you to get up early, or like you said, a job, those things during the break, things like that could help you maintain that regimen, like you're saying. It's also productive too. So yeah, it's kind of like a thing where you get two things out of it, which are healthy, but we don't really see it that way a lot of the time.
Yeah, I mean, and I am in this course, I'm in this class, and they taught us this skill, and it's called the please skill. And it helps us determine uh, and take a step back and look at what we do for our wellness and how we can improve that. So I'm going to share my screen for the podcast just so I can uh, show
Sorry, you said
everyone.
it's like a what? It's like a
It's a
what
way
again?
to evaluate our wellness and to better our wellness.
So is it like a measurement? It's like a self-measurement or
In
something like
a
that?
yeah, it's like a self survey, like a self measurement. So this is the please skill. So as we can see, P and L are for physical illness. E is for our eating. A is to avoid mood altering drugs. Um, S is sleep, and E is exercise. So it's a very simple, not very deep, but very necessary skill that I think can be learned. So P, physical illness. How do you take care of your physical health? Do you see doctors? How do you just treat your illnesses? Do you take meds? So that doesn't just mean, oh, how often do you see the doctor? It means when you have a cough, are you drinking uh, lots of water. When you have the flu, are you? I'm not sure what to do for the drinking tea. Chicken noodle soup. What do you do for yourself when you're sick? Not just including the doctor, but obviously yes, including the doctor. How do you take care of yourself?
So it's kind of like not like it's not kind of like implementing it into your life, but not necessarily using it as like, let's say, a rubric. Well, you could use it like a rubric, but
Yeah,
of
it's
course
more to
your life
using it
is
as a schedule. So it's using it as a calendar, kind of in a way, writing down, here's the things I need to do. I need to do X, Y, Z. So
okay.
but also it can be good to evaluate if you need to stop doing it. So, for example, let's move on to eating. So, eating balance. Are you eating regularly and mindfully, avoiding too much sugar, eating healthy meals, not eating, uh, not eating enough or eating too much? Just eating, for example. If I use the please skill to talk about eating, and I say, you know what, Brendan, my eating is bad. I eat way too little and I don't eat mindfully. That is a good way for me to say, okay, well, let me write that down so I can see it, so I can see that that's happening. and then let me actively try to change that.
Okay. When you mean mindfully, of course, this can mean many things, like enjoy your food or like take into consideration what you're eating. So like if I'm gonna go eat, like let's say lunch, right? Um, let's say the day before I ate like chicken or something like that, am I switching it up? Am I like thinking about what I'm gonna eat first before I go and like, grab something out of the fridge, mindlessly cook it, order food?
Yeah. Um, I mean, yeah, I really don't try to think of it as, you know, uh, when we eat mindfully, we're eating with music on, with a calming music on, or we're eating in complete silence. No, mindfully can be eating with intention. It can be creating food with emotion and passion. And it's really just having to do with taking a second to drop down into our bodies, listen to our bodies while we eat. And this is very much the same with sleep and exercise. Not as much avoiding mood altering drugs, but definitely sleep and exercise. Exercise, dropping into your body. Sleep, dropping into your body. It's mindfulness dropping into your mind, tapping into your mind and your body, and just being in it. Have you ever, Brendan, have you ever been like in like doing something, doing a sport, doing an activity where you're just not thinking about anything else, you're just thinking about doing it. Like whether you're running, you're cooking. This happens to me a lot when I'm cooking. I'm just thinking about what I gotta do for the cooking. You know,
Like,
you
okay, so for like example, if I'm like running, right? Am I like thinking about every step I take, how I breathe, or like where I'm going, or am I like focused, like tunnel vision? I'm not thinking of anything. I'm just running.
yeah, you're just running, you're just feeling that running. And that's the mindful part about it. So you said, how do we eat mindfully? It's just eating, focusing on eating, focusing on the fact that we have food in front of us. Same thing with sleep. You're just focusing on going to sleep, sleeping at a good time. Same thing with exercise. I'm not thinking about the math test that I have going on. I'm not thinking about uh, what the person next to me is doing. I'm just running or I'm just exercising. So that kind of thing. So yeah, so we skipped avoid mood altering drugs. We can go over that quickly. It's just illicit drugs, for those over 21, too much alcohol. Yeah, and so when it comes to caffeine, it can be very helpful for some people. It can be very helpful for controlling anxiety, helping daily habits. What do you think about caffeine, Brendan? Because I don't drink it, but I know how important it is for some people.
Uh, Caffeine is like a thing you kind of like throw yourself onto, and you don't realize the effects it could have on you. You know, uh, it's good that you don't drink as much caffeine because it's not really a good thing to really drink consistently because you rely on it so much at a certain point of your day, you know? Um, I can't, I've seen, like I said, I think before I've mentioned it in another podcast, is that when you start consistently drinking at a certain time, sometimes you'll crash later on because you're so tired. Well, not necessarily like you're gonna go to sleep, but like you're gonna actually like feel the effects of withdrawal and like, okay, I need more, or you're gonna plateau, and it's gonna be bad, you know? Um, what I say with caffeine is, yeah, if you have anxiety and you need it and it helps you, okay, don't take medication. Just slowly get yourself away from caffeine. Instead of drinking caffeine consistently, how about you drink less of it consistently all throughout the week, and then slowly you start to take it out of a day. And so you slowly you get your body accustomed to not needing caffeine as much because your body works on small increments, baby steps, basically. If you do a sudden change and stop drinking caffeine, you're gonna feel it for like 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. It's gonna be a painful process. It's just the way with everything, you know. Same, it goes back to police. Um, a lot of it, if you don't do one thing and you don't implement it right and you don't accustom yourself to it slowly, for example, exercising. If you go right into exercising, you go all the way down the E from police. You are gonna start feeling the effects of hard soreness because you're not used to exercising. You're not. You need to go into it slowly and accustom your body to it. That's how everybody is. People may be a little bit different than others, yeah, but at the end of the day, everybody's gonna feel a sudden change if they do something so sudden, you know? Um, very few times I've actually hurt myself like that. So it kind of like puts in like a bit of a lesson into your head.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's good for the police skill, kind of like a good something to know for the police skill, because it's not about, okay, well, let me write down what I want to do, uh, for physical illness, ex physical illness, exercise, eating, that kind of thing. It's not just writing down what I need to and okay, go, do it, do it
No,
now,
yeah, it's definitely
go.
not going right into it. It's like,
It's
putting
not,
it slowly into your day.
and it's also not writing down something unrealistic. It's not realistic for me. I'm gonna run for an hour a day. Just run for straight up an hour. That's not realistic for me. And it's also not realistic to say, all right, Ben, go run that hour that you wanted to run. No, not at all. Not realistic for me to say, all right, I'm gonna plan out all my meals from now, 6 months from now, and they're all gonna be different. No, it's just so we're doing what fits within our schedule, and we're doing what fits within ourselves. What
No,
is useful to us?
yeah, it's definitely like, like you just said, um, going right into it slowly, you know? Going into it slowly. I think that right there is to be mindful about how to go about not necessarily changing your life, but like implementing better practices to be healthy, uh, even nutritionally, and physically, and mentally, of course. You have to go into it slowly. And I think the regimen thing where you write down something is a way you could definitely go into that slowly. You start implementing like new points on your calendar every day or even in your itinerary or planner or something like that. Uh, those are ways to, get into that regimen to be productive, and it also it builds those mindful practices as well.
Sir, I
Um,
100% agree.
uh, that cow noise is great.
Yeah, I know, I know. On that
Uh,
note, on that note, um,
Drop your computer or something? Like what happened?
what happened?
Yeah,
What'd
what
you say?
happened? Did your computer just
Oh, so it's a funny joke. My my friend stepped on my computer by accident in my English period last year. So it's been like that since. It's got a big crack in it. It's sounded like a duck and a cow right now. So, you know, it's it's great. So, my birthday's in a few months, so I'll I think I'll get a new one then, and we'll have some high quality, even higher quality podcasts for you guys.
yeah, definitely excuse me. Gotta definitely gotta upgrade. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I've
man.
never heard it for the past two podcasts unless I'm bugging or something
Yeah,
like that.
it was in like just towards the very end of the last podcast. I had to get another external microphone. I was talking like that. I was talking like I was
Hmm.
in the studio or something. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's with please. I know a lot of people are going out to eat as well during breaks. I think one of my favorite places to eat is that rib place just with an F. They have the green cups. It's only here. I only know that they're here in
Flanagan's,
Florida.
Flanagan.
Flanagan's, right? Flanagan's is really good. A lot of unhealthy food, but
Yeah,
they have
Flanagan's
some
in
really
quarter deck.
yeah, they have some. Oh my God, I love I like getting half ribs because, well, I eat a lot and they're really good. Yeah, they're very fatty and not good for you, but hey, sometimes it's okay to let loose sometimes. Um, especially if you need it, you know? If you need it, if you got something going on later, like, you gotta exercise and or you even if you're bulking or stuff like that, even simple, even complicated things, simple whatever, it's fine. And then of course they have some good salads there. They have some actually really good meals, especially their fish meals. Those are really good. I know you'll really like fish, don't you, Ben?
I do. I do.
Yeah, they have some.
Yeah, I've had their fish before. It's very good. But I have a few friends who work there. Yeah. Alrighty,
Yeah.
everybody. Well, we appreciate you. Just so you know, our social media is mindfulme with two L's, mindfullme. Our website is the same.org. Yeah, we have our podcast meditations. We have all of our stuff on there, school tools and our affirmations. Anything else, Brendan?
Um, Nothing else. Stay posted for some more news. Like Ben said, we're gonna have a new retreat coming up in the summer, actually. Uh, we're planning on that and how that's gonna go. So stay posted on any news for that if you want to participate or come around. It's gonna be very it's much gonna be much bigger than before than the most recent one actually this week. So if you see any pictures or the videos on our Instagram or TikTok where we did activities on our 2-day retreat, we're probably gonna up the ante on that in our new retreat. So please stay posted. And I think that's all you have from me, Ben. Other than that, uh, I hope everybody has a great rest of your afternoon.
Yes.
Stay safe out there and enjoy your spring break.
Yep, yep. Enjoy spring break, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys. Bye, Ben.
Peace.